Hey guys, Casey here. Today we're going to be talking about Paper Mario Origami King, and let me tell you, there's no way to do this video without spoilers, so if you haven't played the game yet, get on doggone and go play it, and then come back to this video and proceed to tell me how all my opinions are wrong. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So yeah, I didn't even plan on buying this game. I was hanging out with a friend at Walmart and I saw the game and I was like, you know, I heard this game was actually pretty good. My friend convinced me to buy it, so I did, and I was working 1 to 11 shifts that entire week. And the game was so good that I played it every single night. I streamed it from like 12 p.m. to like sometimes 7 in the morning or later, and I beat it in a week. You can watch the live streams if you want. I'll link them down below. So with that said, I really do think this game is worth every dollar, and I would really recommend you pick it up and give it a try for yourself. The writing in this game is just as good as ever, and while streaming this game, there was times where I just started busting out laughing because the writing in the game is just it's so good. And not only did it have a lot of good comedy in it, but it also had a lot of good writing that I didn't see happening, and it kind of pulls on your heartstrings, but I'll get into that when I get to the story side of it. But speaking of story, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. As most Mario games start off, you are on your way to go see Peach. You want that Peach. And when you meet Peach, something seems off. She asks you weird questions, so you answer them. It doesn't matter how you answer them because your answers are paper thin. And she drops you into a dungeon. And this is where you rescue Olivia, who is your origami companion throughout the game. She gives you hints and turns into monsters. I think she's a pretty good addition to the game and helps with the writing and gameplay. So anyways, next you come across Bowser and his minions being turned into origami figures, and the way they presented it was in a very, very dark tone. You just see Bowser there hanging, folded up, and he's begging and even cries over his minions being turned to the origami. I guess you kind of see a different side of him in this game, and it has the enemy of an enemy as a friend type aspect to it. So yeah, you go ahead and actually save him, and then you go outside because the dungeon was pretty musky, and there you get into your first fight, and after that, the true enemy of the game reveals himself. It is Olivia's brother, the Emo King.
I am the Emo King. That is my emo queen. I am wearing her jeans.
I can't be the only one who saw that his hair covered one of his eyes and just instantly thought of that. I honestly just love how this game doesn't take itself seriously for the most part, because it just makes for the most absurd enemies and writing, and I love it. Even without voice acting, this game has more character than most newer games. So yeah, he proceeds to wrap the whole world with streamers, which is, I guess, paper. And this is where the game starts off, essentially. And I'm not going to go ahead and go through the entire game because this video would be literally like 10 hours long if I did that. So that intro part was actually recorded over 2 years ago. I started this video and never actually got around to finishing it. So this video is going to be how I feel about this game 2 years after playing it. One of my first impressions of this game is just how good it looks. It is absolutely phenomenal. I think it's one of the strong suits of the game because while I played through the entire game, I wanted to just explore and see all of the different areas because they have such a wide variety of different areas and they all look so vibrant and interesting. Oh, and this is one of the first things you come across in the game. What is this? What? Whatever great Deku tree you wanna be. Luigi! So yeah, you find Luigi and he says, "Don't worry, dude, I got you. I'ma find the key."
After meeting Luigi for the very first time, you come across your first Vellumental. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It is the Earth Vellumental, and so you fall down, and it is a really cool way to introduce the Vellumentals, and I think they're a pretty cool part of the game. They make for some really cool boss fights. It actually can get pretty complicated on some of them. I struggled with some, I'm not gonna cap. And you actually get to use them as power-ups after you beat them, which is pretty fucking cool. So I kind of realized it would be kind of weird to try to go through the story and then backtrack for all of the boss fights and the different intricacies of the game and whatnot. So I'm not going to be doing it in that kind of formula, so ignore how I put chapter 1 for the story. I'm just kind of be going through it all and then going over specifics towards the end and kind of giving my closing thoughts. So with that said, this is your first boss battle and they kind of walk you through it. I find it to be really fun. It takes what is kind of a boring battle system for the most part in the first half of the game. They do kind of start to make it a little bit more complicated and stuff towards the second half of the game, but the first half, it was so fucking easy. It kind of got a little boring, I'm not gonna lie. An interesting thing about the boss battles is you can turn all of the circles left, right, up, or down. And so there's arrows that will direct Mario left, right, or forward, and you can run into obstacles that will delete your turn essentially, or you can grab items, health, and money and stuff like that. But the main goal is to hit the Vellumental and attack the boss. And as you unlock more Vellumentals, there will be the different Vellumentals on the stage, and certain Vellumentals will hurt the enemy while other ones won't, and it actually will change throughout the battle to which Vellumental you need to use and where you need to use it. Like for instance, there's one where you have to attack from the back, and a lot of the times in the later boss fights you actually have to activate the Vellumentals before you can use them. And so you have a limited amount of time. You can always spend your money to get more time to think about what you're going to do, but then you're going to be blowing through a shit ton of money. With that said, I think it'd be cool if they had like a hard mode or an option to turn that off, because it's kind of overpowered, because towards the end of the game you have so much money it doesn't even really matter, and money doesn't even really matter that much in this game to begin with. So it's kind of overpowered to be able to just spend money to be able to get basically infinite amount of time to think about what you need to do. But even with being able to spend money, some of the last bosses were actually hard to do because I wouldn't be able to figure out what I need to do, and the more money I spent, the more nervous I got, which hindered my thinking. So yeah, I think it's a cool thing that they added it. I just think there should be an option as to whether you want it or not. So yeah, once you beat the first boss, you actually get to see how Olivia can then turn into those Vellumentals. I think it's pretty cool how they did it. As far as the game having character, just watch this scene right here. So now that you've got your first Vellumental, you can use its power to break the rock that was preventing you to get to the top of this place that has the streamer, and that's where your first actual boss is. Can I just say there's something soothing about filling in the holes with the confetti? Like, I know some people probably find it tedious to do, and I certainly did at times, but overall, I just thought it was kind of fun to do. I always liked the area leading up to the first boss. I don't know why, but I always thought it was pretty interesting. You take the elevator up, but then 3 crayons get shot into the elevator, so you hammer them out, but then that makes the elevator fall, and then you get ganged up on by a bunch of Goombas. Then you gotta find all of the different toads, like in the kitchen and stuff, and it took me forever to find the Goomba that was on the back of the wall. I don't know why, but it just took me forever. Then you're at an interesting 2D part where you gotta jump to avoid the rockets, and then randomly Olivia's just like, hey, we gotta get out of here, and then she gets targeted like the Dragoon finish in Smash Bros. I don't know about you, but I fucking love everything about this scene. From the text saying things like, when was the last time you were even at an art gallery? I'll give you a lesson for free. You know, the slow sequence and everything. Like, it's just, this is like what I would want out of a Paper Mario. Oh, and why does this music slap as fucking hard as it does? Because this is like the most metal Mario has ever gotten.
You were better when you were a side scroller. That's hilarious.
That explosion makes me think this game was directed by Michael Bay. And can I just say, I think that was the best line in this entire game. You were better when you were a side scroller, man. And with that tough of a critic defeated, you're able to break the red stream and clear it. And that boss was a little difficult, but honestly, up until this point, this game has been super easy. This is kind of where they're like, okay, we understand you're starting to understand this game, so they start to actually make it a little bit more difficult from here on out. Not to say that this game is actually like a hard game or anything, it's just actually makes you have to think a little bit. At no point is the game actually like hard, I would say, except minus the last couple of bosses. So this is where you meet Bomb, or as Olivia likes to call, Bobby. I think how they introduce this character is pretty funny because Olivia says to Bobby, you know, why don't you join us? And he's like, I don't know, I'm not very skilled, I'm kind of useless. And so Olivia, you would think, would be like, well, nah, you know, you got this, whatever. But no, she's like, you know what, you're right, you make some good points, have a good day. And then she just goes about her day looking at the window, and then Bobby is just kind of like, yo, is the offer still on the table? Because like, hey, I want to join. Oh, and he has amnesia, but Mario sounds familiar because all bomb-oms are designed to like kamikaze Mario, kind of like the Cell minions.
Tragic!
Autumn Mountain, such a vibrant and beautiful area. So far, you've just been mainly seeing green in the game, you know, green grass, green trees. And so this area is just a complete 180, with it being super red and orangey. It's here where you come across your first bench. Benches are where you can revive your health. Olivia gives you a funny one-liner. Like I said, this game is just oozing with funny dad jokes that I admire. And then you come across the Toad House, which actually allows you to teleport in between all of the different Toad Houses, which are located in all of the different areas of the game, which is pretty cool because you can go back to different areas if you want to, discover different secret areas and items you couldn't get to beforehand, and it gives it a little bit more of an open world feeling. Personally, I don't really care for open world games, but I do like this option here. It's at this point you unlock the Toad Radar, which is a radar to find toads. You come across the Water Elemental Shrine, and Bobby says he's not going in because he's a bitch. And man, can I just say, I love how they do the colors in this game. The first area was like very green, and then it's really red, and now it's like really blue. I just really appreciate how they make each area feel so different. It's here you come across the first coffee shop. You can easily miss it when playing through this game, so there's a chance a lot of people have played this game and never even seen this area. The dialogue I just find to be really interesting, and it's these kind of small things littered throughout the whole game that made me want to keep playing it. Okay, why does every water-based area just have to have some complication to it? This isn't nearly as bad as like the water temple in Ocarina of Time, but this part is sped up 3,500%. I spent so long trying to figure this part out and ugh. It seems like any time I actually got stuck in this game at all, it was never during any of the battles or bosses or anything, but just the ridiculous puzzles. With that said, I actually didn't really mind it all too much. I do like a little bit of challenge in my games. I'm just nitpicking. After all, that's why you're still watching 16 minutes into this video. The entrance of the water elemental is pretty cool. It's not nearly as good as the colored pencil entrance, but still cool nonetheless. The fight itself is a little bit more difficult. I do like how each boss battle gets just a little bit harder each time. I liked how they made it where you needed to use the earth elemental to protect from the water elemental's water attack, which he charged up a couple of turns before doing so. You had to figure out how many turns it took him to charge up in order to know when you needed to use the earth elemental. I do also like how with each elemental that you defeat, you get to see Olivia transform into that elemental in a origami type of way. And with the water elemental, you fill up the lake with water so that you can use the boat. But wait a minute, you can't miss out on the super duper canned food party, can you? Huh? I thought this was a pretty funny part of the game.
Is he gonna crush it with his head? What? How do you... He just opened up the can. How? He doesn't even have arms. Oh, with his teeth? And so you get onto the boat, and let me tell you, the boat handles like absolute dog shit. Trying to fill all of the holes with confetti and get all the coins while the stream is pushing you downwards is just such a pain to do. Anyways, after going down Eddy River, you come across Shogun Studios, which is like an amusement park, which is old Asian themed, or, you know, however you would want to word that, but it's very interesting. The puzzles inside of this area were actually pretty confusing and had me stuck for a little bit. I'm not going to go over all of that. This is the first area. You get to fight the giant origami guys, and it's a lot different than the normal fighting system, and I think it's pretty fun to do. You find a giant Goomba mask so that you can sneak past the enemies that are in front of the entrance of the Big Show Theater. And with that said, I really like the Big Show Theater. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the clip from my Twitch stream of me going through it. If you don't want to watch it, just go skip ahead to this timestamp right here. Hey there, good looking. Wanna go start some trouble? The snapping? Scram, Sam, she's gonna be my main squeeze tonight. Whoa, slow down, boss. Your enthusiasm. Adorable. But I'm not sure either of you has what I'm looking for. I need a strong little go-getter. A rugged handyman who gets the job done. And look at me, I hear we have a celebrity in the audience who fits that bill. He's got sensitive eyes, a burly mustache, nice, beefy calves to power those big jumps. Get up on here, Mario. Let's see you go toe-to-toe with these Shellians. Hey there, overalls. Glad you could join us. You're the greaser this bird is gaga for. What a load of baloney. We'll see how tough he is. Let's dance. What the heck is this? Oh my god. The Elastic Entertainer rubber band.
If this doesn't get burlesque, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Dude, listen to that guitar. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, this track is tight.
Yeah, I love those chugs. They're just solid. If Animals as Leaders recorded the Mario soundtrack.
Yeah. Such a long monologue. I love the humor in this game. It is so good. The music's good, the humor's good. This game is so good, dude.
Okay, so my Twitch stream probably showed it best, but I love everything about the theater area. It was funny all the way through, and then Rubberman comes out and it hits you with that heavy metal music similar to the Colored Pencils heavy metal music. And for those who don't know, I love metal music. Have I said metal music enough? But anyways, this boss battle is slightly harder than the last boss battle. Like I said, each boss battle gets a little bit harder. This time, the rubber man throws rubber bands onto the ring, creating obstacles for you, which makes you have to think a little bit more as to what you need to do. He also wraps rubber bands around you, but don't underestimate him. Rubber bands hurt like a bitch. So yeah, you defeat the rubber band guy and clear the blue stream. I really enjoyed this part of the game. So it's at this point you get to sail the open sea in the boat. It kind of reminds me of Wind Waker, which is pretty cool. You come across Peach's boat. It's pretty pink, and if you know me, I love pink. This area is cool and all, but there really isn't too much to say about it or joke about it. You get to defeat a Goober Blooper, which is a pretty cool callback to Super Mario Sunshine, which is one of my favorite 3D Mario games. So you go back to the rock that crushed Olivia, and Bobby tells you that he actually gained his memory back. He tells you he was on Princess Peach's boat earlier, and the Goober Bloober actually attacked him and his best buddies, and he lost his best friend and his fuse on the bus, washed up on shore, and then wandered endlessly until he found Olivia and I. And then the following scene is actually really sad. It's kind of like when Vegeta blew himself up. Just go ahead and take a look.
If I could save a friend like this, it means I finally become the sort of Bomb-Omb I've always wanted to be. So it was foreshadowing on the boat, dude. Because he said that Bomb-Ombs live... He was like, you know about Bomb-Ombs, right? And that we live a short life. Why does this game gotta do this, dude? No! This game is not for kids. That is such a dark story, dude. Honestly. Dude.
Hey, who left this bowl of onions here?
What?
So yeah, this game definitely pulled on my heartstrings a little bit. I did not think I would see that dark of a story inside of a Paper Mario. And at this point in this game, I was invested. This game blends the line between comedy and actual story so well to the point where you can't even see the line anymore. So the next area is the desert, which is cool and all, but more importantly, you come across another coffee shop.
Freaking Animal Crossing can't have this, but Paper Mario does? How hard would it have been to include a coffee shop?
At the time of playing this, they had not released the coffee update to Animal Crossing.
In Animal Crossing. Dubai up in here.
So yeah, you come across a really cool looking Dubai-like place, and then you come across a mega pokey that you gotta fight in your vehicle. It's a cool fight, and then you find this nerd that hangs around you. I'm summarizing and skipping through a bunch of stuff because we are already 30 minutes into this video, so I'm gonna be hitting just the key points. Next thing you come across is the funny running gag of Luigi.
He mixed sweet up with sweet, like S-U-I-T-E compared to S-W-E-E-T.
This reminds me of an anime intro, and
I can't. I don't get it. Nothing makes sense. I don't want anything to do with any of this.
And with a cool jam played, the entrance to the fire elemental cave is opened up, but then the nerd says that they're a bitch and they're not gonna come with you.
A worthless piece of paper. Hey, thanks. That's just what I needed, Squidward. Nice shirt, SpongeBob. Huh?
And so yeah, you come across the fire elemental, which is pretty similar to the water elemental. They make a little joke that he's on fire, but the paper isn't burning. So yeah, with that done, you unlock this pyramid cave-like area, and it's actually really fucking spooky how they have like the toads are like mummies or zombies or whatever, but their face is just like not there, it's a hole, and they're like tied up and in webs and stuff. I'm telling ya, it's spooky. Yeah, maybe it's not spooky. It's groovy. Come on, Mario, shake it. Shake it, shake it, yeah. You got the moves, you got the moves.
hole punch.
He's the guy that invented the 3-hole puncher!
You know, I thought they were gonna hit us with some more groovy music like how they were just playing, but kind of like the theater area with the rubber band, they did a complete 180 and they hit you with this Egyptian sounding music that just fucking slaps, okay? I love the music in this game. Yeah, Disco Forever definitely didn't die after a year. Okay, did Michael Bay touch part of this game? There seems to be a lot of huge explosions. So yeah, after showing that 3-hole puncher, who the fuck is boss? You go ahead and you clear up the yellow streamer, and now you're even further into the game. Let's fucking go! But yeah, anyways, really cool area of the game. It took me a minute, I got stuck at some parts, but pretty cool, pretty cool. You already know what time it is. Coffee time! A morbid Mako, please. I love the coffee segments in this game. What problem, Mario? You want the bottom, mate? Coffee here, big tasty. Sir, please don't chew on the spoons. Other people need them. Hey, is the other jawbones okay? He's been collapsed for like an hour. The coffee I made him must be ice cold now. Hey, cut him a break, pal. He been up all night probably. He big exhausted. The night shift? That's rough. I'll let him rest. I'll pour him a fresh cup when he wakes. Oh man, they're so friendly with each other. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh hey, there's Luigi and he's just straight chilling. Maybe he finally found Peach's key. Oh wait, no. Diamond key. Thanks, Luigi. God damn it. Anyways, Olivia's like, Luigi, listen, you gotta find Peach's key. Also, you got a pretty nice house. And Luigi's like, yo, this ain't my house. We should probably find the owner of the house so I can thank him for letting me sleep. And so you go into the dungeon of this house and you find the craft master hidden behind the wall. The Emo King actually trapped the craft master behind there. And so the craft master tells you that he created the Emo King and the Emo King trapped him behind there because he grew hatred for people that weren't the origami racist son of a bitch. And so then he created Olivia and took all like the crafting tools so that he can actually create origami people himself. And now he's, you know, going on his little evil rampage. So yeah, after a lot of work of what feels like Wind Waker soaring the seas, you come across the next Vellumental, the Ice Vellumental, and it's here you get to figure out what would you do for a Klondike bar.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
So yeah, after you defeat the Klondike Bar Bear, you actually have to fight the Shifty Sticker Tape to destroy the purple streamer, and he talks to you like my older brothers would talk to me. And you know, I gotta say, I don't appreciate being talked to like that. I really don't.
Die! Die! Die!
Yahoo! Hers, don't do this to me. I'm a change days. If I won't stick nobody up no more, I swear, boss Sally, you gotta do something. You gotta do. I'm a bitch, and I'm gonna explode because this game was directed by Michael Bay. Yeah, this boss was actually a little bit difficult. Like I said, the later bosses actually have some difficulty, but after beating him, you're able to clear the purple streamer. Now there's only one streamer left. We're about done with this game, and I gotta say, I've been having a fucking blast. Up in Paradise City, the wizard actually follows you for a little bit so that you can revive Bowser Jr., which was pretty cool to see them make an appearance in this game. But more importantly, it's coffee time! And yes, I would like an organic, all-natural, detoxified spa day latte. God, I feel like a basic white bitch up in Starbucks ordering her coffee that she gets every day for fucking $10. Yep. I don't know why, but there's just something I love about the coffee shops in this game. It's just like so calming, and it has funny dialogue. Yeah. It's Doodle Bop! Shy Guys finish last! Ah!
Isn't it Nice Guys finish last?
Shy Guys finish last. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll wish you were in the audience instead of on stage. Uh-oh. The fabulous and talented MC, Shy Guy, that's me. So yeah, last guys finished last. A really cool part of this game, also very frustrating. There are a bunch of different mini games, like a couple of them, there's a picture and they scramble it all up, and then you have like 4 turns and you have to unscramble it to make the picture back to normal again. Another one they have that kind of threw me off at first was you have to count the Goombas that are in the water, but then they put you into the battlefield circular area, and you have to move the parts to make the numbers equal the amount of Goombas that were actually in there. Another set of minigames they have is that they put the enemies up in a sprint race, and you have to pay attention to who placed where, and then they throw you into the fighting circular area again. And it threw me off because when I did it, they said, put the finisher number 2 into this box. And I paid attention who got first and last, but not who got like second and third and whatnot. So these games just throw you off because there's usually 2 parts and you don't know what they're going to be asking for. Another one that they have is that they have enemies on the circular fighting board, and they throw blue boxes on top of the enemies and then like scramble them all around, and then they'll ask you to attack a certain enemy, and so you got to pay attention to where all of the enemies are on the board. Admittedly, this is probably the easiest one for me, either that or the one where they scramble up the photo and you just got to rotate it to get the picture perfect again. Those two are relatively easier than the other ones. Oh my god.
Alright. Our very best contestants make the sudden death round, so for you. Sudden death round times to earn another fabulous prize. Alright, gotta focus.
I feel like I won it.
Yes. 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 Yes.
But if I lose, I'll have to do this all over again. Do I want
it? Yeah, I get it. It sounds tempting now. Now it's like, now there's something there. The crowd goes. Here comes sudden death. Alright. Now it's not as bad as it sounds. Bullshit. No bullshit when he says that. Alright, here's how it works.
one key lyric with a question mark symbol?
Okay, I'm gonna need to turn on my audio for this one.
Yeah. Oh man. think it's burly. I'm feeling big and burly.
Yeah, Burley's there. Because early's a dumb thing. And Churlish is not. This doesn't rhyme.
What am I supposed to do?
Move your assistant, I think, is to the letter B. What the fuck?
No!
Pause.
No! I fucked up!
Oh my god.
No! 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 I messed up. Yeah, I had to do it all over again. But anyways, let's go ahead and just move on from that failure and resume the story.
Hey, first try, dude. First try, dude. Alright. Hey, what's up? That's what's up, dude. That's what's up.
All that for a trophy.
Like it or not, this is as close as Nintendo will get to supporting the LGBT community with the colorful pool. Kamek just said they were a bitch. I thought the song fit the fight really well. But anyways, into Bowser's castle we go. Luigi! Is this a Luigi's Mansion reference? No, apparently not. Oh man, he's on the shrooms. They really painting Luigi to be dumb in this. Yeah. What the heck? It's just creepy. What is this, dude? So yeah, you come across these very spooky guys that are like just shadows or whatever after getting the key from Luigi. Very funny running gag with Luigi, and you're now in Bowser's castle. You're going to storm the Emo King to finally put an end to that son of a bitch.
Oh no. No, no. Oh, do you hear this track? Why is this slap so hard, dude?
I know I sound like a broken record, but why does this game's music slap so fucking hard? It is the most metal Mario has ever gotten, and I am here for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Take that, bitch. That was a fun, small mini boss fight.
That was like Drake and Josh. A good cry always helps.
There it is, the end of the green streamer. We did it. The end of the last of the streamers. Hey, there's Bowser just over there. They gonna sacrifice him in front of me or something to make me mad and to make me go Super Mario? Woo! Scissors. What the heck? Bowser dying? Nah, it's fine. But it's kind of you kind. If you've played Mario Odyssey, you kind of see a different side of Bowser at the end, and then you kind of realize they're both just simping over Princess Peach. It's kind of hard to think of him as some villainous enemy. It's kind of like a. He's actually pretty similar to the wizard from Adventure Time. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Ingade! What is he, French?
Let's get this straight. I will annihilate you, but I don't see why we can't have some fun first. After all, where's the challenge in slicing you to strips immediately? Therefore, I grant you a slight advantage.
Oh, snap.
See, my blades have been sheathed. We're on equal footing. However, should you damage this cover during our battle, I shall interpret such boldness as a direct challenge, and I won't hold anything back.
Dude, these enemies have such character. Whew. Close one. Was that the whole battle? No way! That was a really, really easy boss.
So yeah, everyone starts patting themselves on the back because they destroyed the green streamer. And Olivia's like, yo, it's time to go kill the emo king, my brother. And they're like, wait, well, how are we gonna get to Peach's castle? And then Bowser's like, yo, hold up. I got you. Follow me.
Push the buttons on the left and all the problems will be solved. Alright, say no more. Oh no! No, 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 no! His insurance premium's already so high.
So yeah, after that epic battle in the air, the plane gets crashed and then a bunch of Goombas are chasing you, so your only choice is to shoot yourself into the air using the cannon from that ship. And so you do that and you land right in front of the front door to Peach's castle, and now it is time to end this game and put an end to the Emo King.
Is Luigi gonna pop out now with the actual key? I called it! Luigi? That's funny.
And thus ends the long-running gag of Luigi trying to find Peach's key. It was in his vehicle the entire time.
You're finally here, Mario. I'm so happy. So happy.
Luigi, you fucking dumbass. Aerials, you fucking dumbass.
You are the blessed few that have been invited by King Ali himself. Come along and witness. I don't know if that was really invited. Because, like, I had to, like, destroy 5 streamers and, you know, spent days trying to force myself into this castle. Invited, I don't think would be the right term.
When I saw the origami castle, it just reminded me of the house enemy from Final Fantasy VII.
Uh-oh, he's gonna kill them. Recycled me.
Damn, he's cold like Vegeta.
Vegeta, give me a hand. Thank you. Sure. Maybe you won't be such a disappointment when you're dead.
Oh, snap. Stapler.
Don't worry, Bowser, I'll avenge you. You can even have Peach. You know why? Because Daisy is clearly the better choice. Do I even really have to say anything? Fuck, this music is so good.
You just broke it. Michael Bay.
I guess Bowser had a staple butt plug in him this whole time?
Bowser!
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone the Emo King stuck a staple butt plug inside of you. Hell yeah, I collected 100% of the treasure. Okay, does this remind anyone else of Genova and Sephiroth? Like, even the music and the angle shots are similar. Turns out the Emo King is doing this because the craft master scribbled over him and now he has pencil marking over him. So it is the final showdown and you get to fight the Emo King. Here he has the 4 elementals and he swaps between them, and so you have to, figure out what elemental use to counter it. It's a pretty interesting fight. It definitely, is testing everything you've learned up to this point. So after defeating him, Olivia's like, there's still a second chance, we're made for love. And the Emo King was like, love? Really? Did the craft master have love when he scribbled all over me? And you betrayed me.
Oh, snap.
I really enjoy this game's art style and action sequences. I just feel like they're done really well. Here you have to use the hands, but you have to avoid the spinning thing that's coming across, so it's like a 2D section, which is pretty cool.
It's usually Bowser that falls. Oh, snap. Oh no. This is so stupid.
Two hours later.
Man, that was hard.
So long, Bowser!
This whole game is based off of that, really? Can hear not. That game's really tight. Show some to do what she did.
Man, what a game, what a game. I love this game so much, and this is my most ambitious video I've made thus far, and it's because I loved this game so much. If you're still watching this video all the way here at the end, over an hour in, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Honestly, I was kind of all over the place as far as editing goes, so you know, if there were certain things you liked, certain things you didn't like, let me know down below. But the reason that it's kind of all over the place is because, like I said before, I started this video over 2 years ago and I've been editing it off and on just periodically. I have gone through a lot of changes in the past 2 years. And anyways, if you guys like this video, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, commenting something down below, and you know, let's have a conversation down in the comments. And you know, this video is so much work. If you want to be, you know, the MVP, if you would not mind, if you're on Instagram, my Instagram, and if you're on Twitch or want to watch me live stream, both my Twitch and my Instagram is I am Ariels. IAMAERIALS. And with that said, I gotta go and work on the next video because I've been trying to upload a video every Friday. And so, yeah, I hope you guys all have a lovely day. And until the next video, bye!